Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel all about VLSI. In this video, we are going to start with the Verilog code development of transmitter. So let us see how to, what are the input and output ports of our transmitter first, and then let us go for the coding of our transmitter. So let us see the block diagram of our UART sender module. We are going to have our input as clock, and we are going to have our input one more signal is write enable signal. So this write enable signal is basically our signal which is given by our test bench. So whenever we want to perform a write operation and we want to send the transmitter and we want to say the transmitter to send a data, then using this write enable signal we are going to communicate with the transmitter that you need to perform a write operation. Okay, so from the test bench we are giving this write enable signal, and one more signal is enable. So this enable signal is basically given by our baud rate generator module. So according to the baud rate specifications, we have generated some enable signals in our previous video if you have remembered. So this enable signal, that enable signal, we are giving it from the baud rate generator. According to the baud rate specifications, we have given that. Okay, and one more is reset signal, and followed by data in. This data in is of 8 bits width, which is a parallel data, and followed by output, we have TX. This is nothing but serial data, and we have busy signal. So these are the signals which are associated with our UART transmitter. These are the signals which are associated with our UART transmitter. Going to have different states. So we have basically four different states. The first state which we are going to be in is our idle state. Idle state. So this is the first state which we are going to be in. Okay. And the next state which we are going to be in is our start state, followed by data state and stop state. And we are coming back to our ideal state. So these are the states which we are going to be in. So we are going to be in first of all ideal state, and from ideal state to start state we are going to so from idle state to start state we will go when our write enable signal is equal to 1. When our write enable signal is equal to 1, then we will go from idle state to start state. And if our clock enable is equal to 1, then we will go from start state to data state. Whenever our clock enable, that is whenever we are getting this signal from the baud rate generator, this clock enable signal is equal to 1, then we are going from start state to data state. And from the data state we are going to stop state. From data state to stop state, we will go whenever clock enable signal is equal to 1, and we will have one internal counter. That counter, when it reaches to a count of 7, then we are going to reach to the stop state. So first of all, we are going to check for the clock enable signal, and we are also going to have an internal counter, and this both conditions have been met. We are going to a state which is known as stop state. Why counter is equal to 7? If you remember, the data width is of 7 bits. Okay, after reaching this 7 bits of data width, we are basically using a counter for knowing the whether we have reached the 7 bits or not. So after completing all the 7 number of bits, sampling of that sending of that bits, we are going to a state which is known as stop state. And from the stop state to idle state, again we are waiting for the clock enable signal. Whenever our clock enable signal is made to 1, we are going from stop state to idle state. So this is what we are going to do in our transmitter module. Simple FSM we are going to follow. Now let's see the coding part of this. Let's see how we are going to. Now let me declare the signals: input clock, write enable, reset, input 7 down to 0, data underscore in, output reg, tx, output busy. So these are the signals which are associated with my transmitter module. And within an always begin block, always at the rate posage of clock, what I'm going to do is begin. If reset is applied, then my tx will be equal to 1. Okay, and let me declare some parameters, the states which I'm going to declare. Parameter idle state, which is equal to 2 tick binary 0 0, and parameter start underscore state to tick binary 01, parameter data underscore state, which is equal to tick binary 10, and parameter stop underscore state, which is equal to tick binary 11. Okay, these are the states which I am going to declare now. And let me declare some internal variables also. So let me declare one variable as reg 7 down to 0 data for collecting that data, and reg 8 bits means we can have 3-bit indexing, 3 bits for indexing. So 2 down to 0 index. I will show you what is this index. And another is reg 1 down to 0 state, and this value will be idle underscore state initial. So these are the states which I have declared, and let me write down one more always begin block. Always at the rate passage of clock begin. So case state, I'm going to take this state idle underscore state. If I'm in idle state, then begin. So in idle state, I'm going to wait for the write enable signal to be given. If my write enable signal is equal to 1, then my next state is equal to start underscore state, and the data value, this internal register, this data value will be equal to data underscore in. This data underscore in is given by the test bench, so that is collected in the internal variable, that is nothing but our data. Okay, and our index value will be equal to 0. Index is equal to 3 tick binary 0, or you can use hexadecimal H0. Now followed by n and end. So this is our ideal state. Okay, now and else we can write down state is equal to idle underscore state. Now let us write down for our next state, which is nothing but start underscore state. So in the start underscore state, we are basically waiting for our enable signal, which is given by our baud rate. Okay, which is given by our BRG, baud rate generator module. If this enable signal is made to 1, then begin Tx will be equal to 0. Tx will be equal to 0, because in the start state our start bit is equal to 0, right? And our next state will be equal to data underscore state. And this enable signal, when it is going to become 1 after reaching the count value which we have given in the baud rate generator module. If you haven't watched that particular video, I recommend once please rewatch that particular video. Okay, else my state is equal to start underscore state itself, and followed by end. So this is my start state module. Now next is my data state, and again I am waiting for my enable signal to become 1. If enable, then begin my Tx. Now if my enable is made to 1, here I am going to use one logic of indexing. If my index is equal to 7, if my index is made to 7, then what I'm going to do is my next state will be equal to simply stop underscore state. Okay, else I'm going to increment my index. Index is equal to index plus 3 tick h1. So basically I'm going to increment my index, and also I'm going to fetch the data out to my transmitter. Tx is equal to data of index. This is what I'm going to do. So basically one by one bit I'm going to send from the data, that is my internal register, to the output, that is my TX. So this is how I'm going to send my data to my output, that is nothing but my TX. So after reaching the last bit, that is the seventh position, I'm going to get out of this particular loop. Okay, and I'm going to the state which is known as stop underscore data. So stop underscore state. Okay. So stop underscore state begin. Again, if enable, my TX will be made to 0. Sorry, TX will be made to 1 because it is a stop bit, and my state, next state will be equal to idle underscore state, followed by n and n. And let me write down the default one also. My TX will be equal to 1 default, because your start bit will be default, it will be equal to 1, and state will be equal to idle underscore state, end case, end module, and yeah. Now I need to assign one more signal also, that is busy signal. So when I should make my busy signal to 1, let us see. So assign busy, which is equal to, whenever you are in the state, whenever you are whenever you are in the state stop or data or start state, that is you are involved in some other operation, then your busy signal should be made to 1, that is the transmitter, that is the user will come to know that okay, the UART center is busy with some other work, so that he will not send any data. Okay, so state is not equal to idle underscore state. So your busy will